All I do is pay. My family is just like a nation, Mr. Brown told his colleague. My wife is the Minister of Finance, my mother-in-law is the Minister of War, and my daughter is Foreign Secretary. Sounds interesting, his colleague replied. And what is your position? I'm the people. All I do is pay. "5 years as experience." Several weeks after a young man had been hired, he was called into the personnel director's office. "What is the meaning of this?" the director asked. "When you applied for the job, you told us you had 5 years as experience. Now we discover this is the first job you ever held." "Well," the young man said, "in your advertisement you said you wanted somebody with imagination." "I don't know much about history." "Would you mind telling me," Dr. Bob asked, "how you detect a mental deficiency in somebody who appears completely normal?" "Nothing is easier," he replied. "You ask him a simple question which everyone should answer with no trouble. If he hesitates, that puts you on the track." "Well, what sort of question?" "Well, you might ask him, Captain Cook made 3 trips around the world and died during one of them. Which one?" Bob thought for a moment and then said with a nervous laugh, "You wouldn't happen to have another example, would you?" "I must confess I don't know much about history." Blind date. After being with her all evening, the man couldn't take another minute with his blind date. Earlier, he had secretly arranged to have a friend call him to the phone so he would have an excuse to leave. When he returned to the table, he lowered his eyes, put on a grim expression and said, "I have some bad news. My grandfather just died." "Thank heavens," his date replied. "If yours hadn't, mine would have had to." "Why did you invite a friend for supper?" "Honey," said the husband to his wife, "I invited a friend home for supper." "What? Are you crazy? The house is a mess, I haven't been shopping, all the dishes are dirty, and I don't feel like cooking a fancy meal." "I know all that." "Then why did you invite a friend for supper?" "Because the poor fool's thinking about getting married." "I have no cavities." A smiling boy arrived home from a dental visit. "Hey mom, the dentist says I have no cavities." His mom stared at him wide-eyed and quite surprised. "It's impossible, you never brush your teeth after cleaning the chocolate box before you go to bed." Then the boy opened his mouth. He had not a tooth left. Is the brain of a politician that much better? The brain surgeon was about to perform a brain transplant. "You have your choice of 2 brains," he told the patient. "For $1,000 you can have the brain of a psychologist, or for $10,000 you can have the brain of a politician." The patient was amazed at the huge difference in price. "Is the brain of a politician that much better?" he asked. The brain surgeon replied, "No, it's not better, just unused." Do you know the Dead Sea? Will and Bill were quarreling about whose father was the stronger. Will said, "Well, you know the Pacific Ocean? My father's the one who dug the hole for it." Bill wasn't impressed. "Well, that's nothing." Do you know the Dead Sea? My father's the one who killed it. Click like if you liked these funny jokes and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned on our 5-Minute Jokes channel.